Okay, today I'm going to teach you how to make a diss track beat on GarageBand. So first, you're going to want to make some chords, something really simple, usually with like strings, and I added the bass note of the chords with like a chorus sound that I found, and this is what the chords sound like, and I use this other string sound that I can show you. Something really simple. And with these here, I can show you how I got this Hollywood strings. Okay, I actually can't show you right now. Hold on. What's a track that I'm not using? This one. Well, I go to Alchemy Synth. Oh shit. That was an accident. So you go to Other. No, not Other. You go to Synth Pads. And then you go to Hollywood strings, and then you get this sound. But usually you want to turn the attack all the way up. So that's the sound I use for the chord. The chords at the beginning. This one. And then using that those same chords, make some strings like this. It's using the same chords, it's just that I did this with them. I just split them up like this. And then along with those, I made a melody, and I layered it with 2 octaves, and it just matches with these chords right here. That starts right here, just to have some build up before the drop, which is right here. Usually 16 bars, and then there's the drop. So at the drop, I have the melody. I have it layered a couple times. I have some reverb on some of the tracks, and then I have the chords layered a bunch with a couple different sounds. And then I have the drums, just a clap. Then I have a snare layered over the clap. And then some breathing chants. And then right before the drop, I have a snare roll. And I have hi-hats. These hi-hats are like, they're not like your ordinary 2-step pattern hi-hats. They sound like this. Your hi-hats are usually going to be unique to the song, so depending on how you make the beat, you can make the hi-hats accordingly, but there are a few strategies that you can use, like this, and like this. Just put them as small as you can go, and then changing the pitch of them as well. And then these triplets, like this. That helps. And these triplets. Wait, these aren't triplets, but. And next, I go to loops, and I searched Epoch Orchestra hits, and they have a reverse sound followed by this sound, the crashing sound. It's good for the drop, and just like every maybe 8 bars or so, builds suspense. And then I have these kicks for the 808s and a crash at the beginning. I usually mess with the drive and the EQing a little bit, as you can see, just to make it hit really hard with these 808s. producer tag. It says A Reed because that's my name. Right before the drop. And then I have this bass, this sub bass. It has a lot of drive on it. And I put reverb. That's right before the drop. I thought this was really unique. Right before the drop, and then I have it later in the drop, just like when things start to slow down. You'll see how that plays out. And then I have triangles. They hit on every clap, or every other clap, sorry. And then I have this little perk sound. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I have this little perk sound right here from the modern 808 drum pack. It hits before every other clap. So like the clap hits right here and it's right here. Let me let you hear what it sounds like with the clap and the triangle and the little perk right there. And when you have so many sounds, it's kind of hard to hear all of it. So they kind of seem invisible in the actual track, but they do provide a little bit. So I used some brass. I put them in the sampler. I searched for this loop, just like the best brass sample that I could find. It's not the best, but it works. And then with your structuring, so I said 16 bars before the drop, and then after the regular drop with all the first sounds, then I added in a choir with the chords for the second 8 bars of the drop. This choir sound does sound like fucking shit, but the thing is, it doesn't sound as bad. It's the best one I could find, and it doesn't sound as bad when all the other sounds are playing. And for the second drop, after things slowed down a bit, I put a different hi-hat sound. Same pattern, but different sound, and I took away a lot of the sounds, as you can see, for these 8 bars right here. And then after that, I got ready for the second drop. I used an FX sound to play some of the low ends and then make it slowly move to where it was all high ends, like that. And then after that, I had 1 bar of silence after the build up, so it's like, and then there was a drop, and I added in all of the sounds in the track at the same time. It just sounds like really overwhelming and like really good for like a diss track type of thing. Like in between this 1 bar, they say something, and then boom, it drops, and it sounds really amazing. And then I do that for 16 bars, and I have some effects like repeaters, like this. It just repeats it, depending on which one you do, it repeats it at different speeds. And then after this, I take away some of the sounds for 8 more bars, and the track just ends. And I put on a different bass, like I take away these 808s and these ones, and I add in the sub bass that I showed you earlier, this one. Sorry, that was still going from the effects, because I have an effect thing right here. And some people ask me, how do you do the pitch on the 808s? So what I like to do, you can put it on, instead of glissando, you put it on pitch, and then you can like select the note you want to go to, and then just pull up while you're recording. These kind of sound bad by themselves, but I just mix them so that they sound good with like the rest of the tracks. They sound like kind of odd by themselves though. So this is what the whole track sounds like with the effects. watching. If you need any further clarification, ask in the comments below.